COVID-19 right here in the state of Maryland. And of course, it's a grim reminder to many parents out there about the potential dangers of this virus. One of the parents that are seeing it that way is Kate Blizzard. She lives in Baltimore County. Her 10-year-old son, she feels, was potentially exposed to COVID from his father, who tested positive. Well, over the past few days, it has given she and the rest of the family quite the scare as they rushed to find a COVID test for her child.
I scrambled to get him a COVID test. I was definitely worried, and I was watching him very closely just to make sure that he wasn't having any symptoms.
Well, good news for the family. Her son has tested negative for the virus, but Blizzard says the whole experience just goes to show that no one is immune to the virus. Now, if her son had tested positive, there's the possibility that he could have been another statistic, because according to the Maryland Department of Health, 3 children between the ages of 10 and 19 have died of COVID-19 right here in Maryland. Now, health experts say scares like that is another grim reminder that we all should get tested if we've been exposed. Of course, you can come right here to the Baltimore Convention Center. They are open today, conducting those tests from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Reporting live this morning here in downtown Baltimore, I'm Elijah Westbrook, Fox 45 Morning News.
Well, as you just heard Elijah say, 3 Maryland children between the ages of 10 and 19 have died from coronavirus, and that includes 15-year-old Dariana Dyson of Baltimore County, who was Maryland's first pediatric death.
Our whole family is really just hurting from this. It's sad. I just hope this don't affect no one else.
Dariana died back in May after showing symptoms of PIMS, a rare COVID-linked disease similar to Kawasaki syndrome.
7:04, and we have breaking developments surrounding a COVID-19. We will be holding an emergency meeting today to talk about who should get the vaccine first once they are authorized to do so. Frontline healthcare workers, followed by those in nursing homes, are expected to be recommended to get top priority. Here's where things stand at this hour on the vaccine front. Moderna has applied to the FDA for authorization of its vaccine, which the company says is 94% effective in all cases and 100% effective in preventing severe cases of the virus. Pfizer has also applied for authorization for its vaccine both here in the U.S. and also in Europe. If both drug makers get emergency approval, 40 million doses could be available nationwide by the end of this month, as long as there aren't any major setbacks. But there are still some unanswered questions.
How long it lasts, for example. What are the long-term side effects, for example.
And it might take some time before everyone is able to get a vaccine. However, the director of Operation Warp Speed says he expects all Americans to have access by June. That's the latest from our Breaking News Center.
While an anxious country waits on a coronavirus vaccine, experts say scammers are ready to take advantage of people's impatience. Homeland Security agents say they're working with drug companies to make sure they can spot fakes by creating a database of each company's packaging. They say they're combing through the internet to make sure they can separate life-saving medicine from bogus shots.
We want to make sure that we're working very closely with the pharmaceutical.
Good morning to everybody. Had to make sure the camera was on. How y'all doing out there today? So there it is. There it is, straight out plain as day, that age don't have nothing to do with it. It's most likely, it's like this, from what I heard. Everybody's not going to catch the virus. Some people are going to catch the virus, and they can pass it on to people that it will affect. And I stand to be corrected. They can catch the virus, but everybody's not going to be infected by the virus, or should I say affected by the virus, meaning everybody's not going to get sick. But they can pass the virus, and you can pass the virus to your children. And they have, not many of them, but a lot of young people have died right here in Maryland, and if 3 is a lot, you know. And you had, like you seen, where the lady that was out in the O'Donnell Heights area lost her daughter to the virus. So to say that you're not worrying about the children because the children can't catch it is not a good practice. It's not a good practice at all. You know, and the reason I say that is because they don't have to get sick, but they can pass it to somebody that can get sick. So it's time to like pull it tight until they get a cure. And don't play around. You know, you miss your family and everything, but if you really want to see your family, remember there is a future. There is another day to come. So you practice staying away from your family as much as you would if it was normal. It's not normal right now. It's just not normal. And I stress that because it's not normal right now. The world has changed. With this virus, the world has changed. So until they find a cure and find out how long it's going to last, the cure, then be safe. That's the only advice I'd like to give you this morning. The day is the first day of December. Christmas is coming. But with all the technology we got today, the Zoom, etc., 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 where you can talk to people, you know, look at the person and talk to them on the phone at the same time. You know, when I was young, they was predicting this. They was having movies making this like that, but it wasn't in existence. Now it's in existence. So until the virus, we calm that mess down and get that stuff straight, I would advise you solely to take precautions on going around your family, because just because you don't get it and get sick don't mean somebody in your family don't get it, won't get it and get sick. So I had to get up this morning because I heard that another kid died. And from my recollection, I try to get the facts from the news, but it wasn't clear. But it seemed like it was a young kid that just passed away. That's why they brought it up. And they passed away from the virus. So I'm going to just say to y'all, please be safe. Don't take chances. Don't let your children hang out in the schoolyard with a bunch of kids because they're young. Because if they bring it back to you, you might not be as lucky. That's all I can say. So I'm going to end up on that note saying, baby, yeah, y'all stay safe. Stay away from the pandemic. And wear the mask until it passes. And God bless you all. And I hope you have a beautiful holiday. I'm working on a Christmas song for you. I really want you to, I'm working on it, and I'm going to be finished that song by December 10th. That's a guarantee. It's going to be an instrumental / vocals. It's going to be a little vocals in there. I got to bring some little bit of vocals in it for you. So have a blessed one.